Okay, so today we are going to be doing like a two-toned or two different eye look. Well, it's going to be like the same eye look, but using two different palettes. I'm going to be using the Pistachio palette from BH Cosmetics because this one's like all the greens. And then I'm going to be using the Cherry on Top palette because this one's all like the reddish pinky shades. And I'm going to be doing like a red eye and a green eye for the holidays. I know it's not very creative or anything, but yeah, we're going to be doing that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of my LA Girl Pro Concealer and just put that on my eyelid as eye primer. These looks aren't gonna be like super intense or anything, like because there's gonna be so much going on with my eyes. I'm not gonna be doing like a super duper crazy eye look. But yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna use is the Cherry on Top palette, and I'm just gonna take the shade Sprinkles, which is like this dark color, and I'm gonna put that on my outer corner part of my eye and kind of just drag that in a little bit like that, because I want you to be able to see a little bit of it. Like that. Okay, like that. And then the shade I'm gonna take next is Tart, which is like more of a hot pinky color, and I'm just gonna use that to kind of blend out the edges a little bit of that color. Like that. So now it's more pinky than it is like red. So I'm gonna go back in with the brush that we used earlier, and I'm gonna go into Sprinkles and kind of just pack the color back on. Kind of like that, but that brush isn't really working very well for that. So I'm gonna take more of like a smaller brush. And just kind of like reestablish the darkness a little bit, and then I'm just gonna reblend everything. Not adding any more product or anything, just kind of rediffuse the edges a little bit. Like that. So now it's like a very reddy pink color. And then I'm gonna take the shade Black Cherry, which is like the shimmer version of Sprinkles. And I'm just gonna use my finger and I'm gonna put that on my lid. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Just like that. And then again, just kind of reblend the edges so there's no harsh lines. That's pretty. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye with the pistachio palette. So yeah, I'm gonna start out with the shade Cone or Cup, which is like the dark green here, and I'm gonna do the outer corner and through the crease bit again. Okay, but this is what that cup or cone color looks like. And then I'm gonna go into the shade Nutty, which is like a lighter green, and I'm just gonna blend the edges out. I'm gonna start from the outer corner and go in to try and keep like the colors. I want them to be blended, but I still want you to be able to very clearly see the dark green color. I might go take this brush and go into Cup or Cone and just see if that'll help with diffusing the edges or some things. I don't want like really harsh lines. I want like a nice fade like that. And just like that. I cut my fingers so many times at work yesterday for freaking papers. And then I'm gonna take the shade Crunch, which is like the dark green shimmer, on my finger and apply that on my eyelid like that. And then just take the brush and kind of blend out the edges again so that the shimmer doesn't have like a harsh line or anything like that. Just like that. So that's basically the eyes done. It was really easy and really quick because like I only used these 1, 2, 3 shades from both palettes. The fun part is going to be doing the face and like not messing everything up. So what I'm gonna do is I have 2 primers I'm going to use. One is this Milani Peach Primer because my skin is a little dry, and this one is hydrating and offers like a nice glow. So I'm going to use this one as basically kind of like a moisturizer because you would never need as much primer as what I have on my face right now. But I want it to sit and give me some hydration as well. I'm also going to use this one to clean up any fallout that I may have and clean up the edges of my look a little bit more. Just like that. Alright, so that's dried down and my skin is a little bit tacky. So what I'm going to do next is I have a sample size of the e.l.f. Putty Primer, the C Brightening one. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on my finger and I'm just going to put that where I have large pores. So like on my nose and right in this area. because all of these putty primers are supposed to be pore blurring, so we'll see. I don't normally like them, so I'm not expecting it to do a whole lot, except maybe make me look a little bit more glowy underneath my foundation. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to take my, where is it? Hold on. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take some of my KVD Good Apple foundation. This one is too dark for me, so I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna scoop some out with my brush handle. Probably like that much. Like that. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this Boing corrector from Benefit in the shade Lychee. And this together, once it's all mixed, should make like a color that's a little bit closer to my skin tone. Yeah, it's a little bit dark still, but it's better. And then I'm just gonna put that on my face like that. And then I'm just gonna kind of use this brush to now is I'm gonna take my Benefit concealer again, and I'm just gonna put that like underneath my eyes, like that, on my nose a little bit. And this is way more concealer than what I would ever normally use. If you're not new to my channel, you know that this is way more than I would ever normally use. But I'm also trying to like kind of correct the foundation shade a little bit. So I'm just what I'm gonna do now is I'm kind of doing like an odd mix of products here. I'm gonna put on a lip mask really quick because my lips are really dry. I meant to do this at the beginning. This one is from Kaleidos. It's Apple Glaze. But my lips are really chapped right now. So there's that. And then I'm gonna take my powder. This is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Powder in shade 100 Translucent. And I'm just going to take a little brush. I think this one's probably technically a blush brush. And I'm just gonna like get it coated. And I'm just gonna use this under my eyes to kind of set that area under my eyes. I'm not setting the rest of my face yet because I do have a couple or a cream product that I need to do, but I'm just setting under my eyes like that. Okay. And then the cream product I have is my NARS, the multiple stick. I'm just gonna use the shade Orgasm. And how I use these is you can always like apply it, go dot, 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 like that. I don't love doing that too much. What I will either do is I will use my fingers, like I will rub my fingers on it, or I just take a brush and get the brush coated in product. I just like doing it this way a little bit better. I think it gives me more control over the amount of product I'm getting. And I mean, I coat the brush like liberally because I really love this formula. I really love blush in general. I just want a little something something on my cheeks right now to give me back some life. Do I have, I don't think I'm, let me see. Okay, like that. And then I want to go in with a little bit more. Just a pinch more, just like that. And since this is one of the only cream products I'm using, I'm gonna go in really quick with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Translucent Powder and set the rest of my face. Okay, so I also finished up my eyes for the most part. I forgot to put on mascara while I was off camera. I did my eyebrows using the Shop Miss A pencil. I took sprinkles on this side and smoked out my lower lash line, copper cone on this side, and then for the inner corner highlight on this side, I took this like lime green shade called Dessert and just put that in my inner corner. And then for the red side, what I did was I took Juicy, which is like this pinky shade right there, and I did the same thing. So now we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. So what I'm gonna do next is I do have bronzer. These are just like 2 KKW ones. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another blush brush. This one's from Morphe, and I'm just gonna like mix the 2 shades together because they're not that different, and tap off, and then just bronze my life away like that. Just add a little bit of warmth, a little bit of structure back to my face. So that's the bronzer. And then we kind of did cream blush already, but I'm gonna take this Milani Tea Rose blush. It's one of like their flower blushes, like this, and I'm just gonna pop that on my cheeks just a little bit. Let me get a brush. This brush is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe one, but it's like a nice light pink color. I'm trying not to do too much on the face because we already have so much going on with the eyes, and I do like a little balance. Don't tell my mom that, but I like a little balance on my face when it comes to makeup. I'm gonna wipe off the lip mask. Okay, so what I did was I finished putting on my mascara, I wiped off the lip mask, and I set my face using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And then I'm gonna take another one of these NARS, the multiple sticks. This one is in the shade Copacabana, and I'm just gonna use my finger tips to warm up the product. I've got it there, and I'm just gonna tap it on. It's not giving me very much, is it? Because it is like a cream highlighter. I didn't want anything too crazy, but I do want a little bit more than that. So I'm just gonna use a brush and do this then, because a brush might pick it up a little bit better. So I've got it there, and we're just gonna go, oh yeah, that helped a lot. You can kind of see it a little bit now. and then do the same thing. The thing I like about these is they don't move the product underneath them at all. Like, especially if you set your face already, they're not going to move the product underneath. They're not going to move your foundation around. They're not going to move the powder around. They interact really quite nicely with each other, given the fact that you're trying to put a cream on top of a powder. And I really do appreciate that in a makeup item. So the last thing I have to do is lips, and I'm going to take the Milani lip pencil in the shade Shoop, which is like a brown, like a darker brown color. And I'm just going to line my lips. I'm just gonna line them a little bit. And then I kind of just like the color together. And then I'm gonna take the shade Tease from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is like this really pretty matte color. It's like a brown. And I'm gonna go like that. Just like that. I do really like that color. Maybe not the lip liner, but oh well. And then I'm gonna set one more time. And that is the look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's like a little bit boring, I'm well aware. I hope you guys managed to stay willing to listen till the end. If you guys like these types of videos, please do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I am trying to make myself a little bit more entertaining, but I don't know. I try to be funny, but I'm not always. But I hope you guys at least enjoyed the look. If you did, please let me know. Anyway, if this video makes it up before Christmas, I hope you guys have a happy Christmas, a Merry Christmas, or just a good time with whatever holiday you do celebrate. If it gets up after Christmas, I hope you guys had a good holiday. I hope you have a happy new year. And yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.